What's going on, Carolina? Welcome to this edition of Gamecocks and the Movies. I'm John Dowdy, got Ben Parsons with me, and we're going to preview this week's late night movie at the Russell House Theater, Sausage Party. Ben, what are your thoughts on this? Where do we start?
I mean, this movie is not a great movie at all. It's funny. It's kind of terrible. For the first hour and 20 minutes, you're like, all right, it has somewhat of a story. You get to see the disparity between the two, between the people and between the food. And it's crazy, and you're kind of just going with it. In the last 10 minutes, you're going, what the actual
Frank?
I mean, what just happened?
Yeah, I was sitting in the theaters. I think I was with Kyle, Luke. I don't know who else we dragged out there, but we're going through this movie. We're like, okay, what is this we're getting into? Like, what are we watching here? The opening song it's an original for the movie. Props Seth Rogen. But then the first F-bomb, the first S-bomb gets dropped, and I'm like, oh no, what have we gotten ourselves into? Oh, and it goes from there. It's this whole thing about food, leaving the store, going into this whole other world. Sorry guys, I think you know what's coming. But as Ben said, the different perspectives between when the people are going around their daily lives, they look bored as hell. Mm-hmm. They're just going through the motions. It's this
we all do.
Like we all do. It's this desaturated view of life, which, if you're not willing to put some color into it, sorry. But then you switch the perspective of the food, and it's all this vibrant colors and life, and we're just going to enjoy ourselves in this little package, get taken to this new land out there somewhere where, it's going to be a better life for us. But then it all goes wrong.
Then it all turns to shit.
Wrong.
But I mean, I worked at a movie theater this summer and on the weekends, and parents brought their kids, younger kids, to this movie. It's rated R. I have no idea why, but they literally brought their kids in.
You don't know why it's rated R?
I mean, no, I know why it's rated
Okay.
R. I mean, I don't know why
Let's
they brought
clarify
their kids.
that.
Okay,
Let's
sorry
just
about
clarify
that.
No, you're good.
But they literally brought their kids in, and I'd say this is not a movie for kids. I've seen bits and pieces of this movie because at that point I hadn't seen the whole thing. And then, so next thing you know, they'd walk in and said, "You were right. I do not know why I showed my 6-year-old kid this movie."
I mean, it's got that cartoon vibe, so you're going and thinking, oh, this could be something for kids. Mm-hmm. But no, rated R. It's R17 plus for a reason. You don't take your small kids to that. It was the same thing with the Deadpool movie.
Yeah.
Don't take kids to see that. I don't care if it's Marvel. Don't do it. Mm-mm. But like Ben said at the top of this, the first hour and 20-ish minutes, there's a story. A very loose story at that, but it's followable. You follow Frank, Barry, and all the other foods. I'm blanking on names.
Sammy Bagel Jr.
Sammy Bagel Jr. Props. You follow their story through this whole thing, figuring out what the Great Beyond actually is, the revolution of the foods against the humans. But why? The last 10 minutes. Why?
Seth Rogen, why?
Why? We're sitting in the theater. We all just slowly lean back in our chairs, and we're like, what? As you said, what the actual
Frank
are we watching?
Definitely wasn't a movie I'd bring my sister to or my mom. I mean, my mom was like, how about we see this new Seth Rogen movie together because you can get me free tickets. I'm like, Mom, you do not want to see this movie with me, and you probably don't want to see it at all.
I told Mom that we were going to see it, and she was like, that sounds slightly suggestive. What's going on? I'm like, never mind. No, I regret the last hour and $10 I just burned on this movie.
Overpriced.
But if you want to see it in the Russell House, it's free this weekend, 9 p.m., Friday through Sunday. So if you want to see talking food and a giant...
It's a cheap date, guys. You can do it.
If you want to see talking food and just everything having sex with each other at the end of it, go to the Russell House Theater. Free movie, free popcorn. But otherwise, no.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Don't spend money on it.
Don't waste your time on it. Anyways, thanks for checking out this episode of Gamecocks and the Movies. John.
Ben.
See you in the next one.